Hello and God bless. Here's another Nintendo Switch video. And I'm also going to talk about two things in this video because I don't feel like making two separate videos. I'm just going to try to mesh them into one because I kind of want to, because it's kind of subject I kind of still want to go on to the Switch, but let's go on our first subject. Tomorrow at Paris Games Week, Shinji Hashimoto is making a special Kingdom Hearts announcement. This was announced on Facebook actually a few days ago, and I never got to making a video about it, but it pretty much came out and said Shinji Hashimoto, and there was a tweet of him holding a Keyblade saying, "Shinji Hashimoto, we are proud to welcome Shinji Hashimoto to Paris Games Week to talk about something special to do with Kingdom Hearts." And all it simply showed is the original Kingdom Hearts 1 logo, not any of the other Kingdom Hearts logos, but the original Kingdom Hearts logo. They even had the Squaresoft thing at the top, which was weird, that you could tell it was a stock image. But yeah, the original Kingdom Hearts logo, and that's it. So, some people are like, well, what's this special announcement he's going to be making at Paris Games Week? What I'm hoping it is, and this is where it goes along with the Switch, I'm really hoping he comes out and announces Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, not only for the PS4, but also for the Nintendo Switch, and Kingdom Hearts 2.8 at launch on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, at this point, I don't think it's too late for them to bring Kingdom Hearts 2.8 over to the Nintendo Switch because they could have already been making a Nintendo Switch version back when Nintendo sent out the developer kits last year. Because there was a rumor earlier this year that Nintendo had sent out developer kits last year to all the companies they just announced are currently developers for the Nintendo Switch to actually make games on the Switch. And one of those developers is not developer kits too, was Square Enix. So, for all we know, Square Enix for the last year could have been working on a port of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 over to the Nintendo Switch. And that pretty much means that if Kingdom Hearts 2.8 comes out on Nintendo Switch, which is primarily right now just a PlayStation 4 exclusive, if that comes out on the Nintendo Switch at launch, then these Sony fanboys and fucking Microsoft fanboys can shut the hell up about Nintendo Switch being underpowered, because that proves it isn't. I'm pretty sure the fanboys will come out and dig up some other reason about Nintendo Switch and say, well, it's not the true version of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. It's not the true version of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. It's gonna run like dog shit on your Nintendo Switch. It's not gonna play as good as my PS4 version, which I'm pretty sure it will. But I'm pretty sure they'll come out with something. They'll probably come up with something about Nintendo Switch saying something about it, or they even come out and say, we don't give a fuck if that game is coming out for Nintendo Switch. It don't prove it's powerful. It doesn't prove it's powerful. It doesn't prove it's on par with my PS4. I mean, I have Call of Duty and Battlefield. That's what I can see him saying. They have Call of Duty and Battlefield, which are really the least original games, and don't really push graphics to their fullest at any rate. They are the most shittiest graphic-wise games of any generation. Because essentially all they are is a rehash of the previous year's games, just with newer maps and stuff like that. It's like, really, people? Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty. I can give Battlefield the benefit of the doubt they have been changing up their games every year, but come on, Call of Duty is going to be y'all game to go to for graphically superiority. Seriously, y'all can keep the Battlefields. y'all can keep the Call of Duties. Y'all can keep the damn Western multiplats. I mean, I want a few Western multiplats of the Assassin's Creed series and stuff like that, but a lot of these Western multiplats, you can keep. You can fucking keep, Sony fanboys. We don't want them. We want the JRPGs. Us Nintendo fans want the JRPGs. Because they actually have story. They actually are better than your Western games. I know. And the funny is, I can see a lot of the Western fans being like, "No, they're not. I have a boner for Western video games." It's like, go ahead, you have a boner. Yip-de-doo. So yeah. But now I want to get into my next subject of the video, is the Nintendo Switch and what they announced today on Twitter. Nintendo went on Twitter to announce that the Nintendo Switch is going to have everything revealed to it on January 12th. Which I'm actually okay with that date. So I believe that's like the second week of January, which I said if they did it by the second week of January, I wouldn't really be upset because as long as they did it within that first 2 weeks of January, I'll be A-okay because it will mean they would still have a little bit of time to market it. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them announcing this January 12th. I'm okay with them announcing it January 12th. Because the instant I announce it January 12th, I'm A-okay with it. Because it means it gives them a little bit of time. The right amount of time. I won't say the complete right time, but a little bit of the correct amount of time to advertise this console. So yeah, that's not truly as much of a marketing nightmare as revealing it in like the third or last week of January, or even the first, or even in February. Like, I'm okay with January 12th. I'm okay with January 12th. I'm okay with that date. Because that gives them still enough time to get ready to advertise this console and stuff like that. So yeah, what I'm really hoping Nintendo does with this console is show the full launch lineup. And some of the launch lineup I'm hoping we get is Tales of Berseria. I want Tales of Berseria on the Nintendo Switch. I want a Kingdom Hearts game on the Nintendo Switch at launch. I want a couple other JRPGs on the Nintendo Switch at launch, such as Cyber Dimension, Neptunia. I want that on the Nintendo Switch at launch. And also the features I want on the Nintendo Switch is, of course, cross game chat. I want cross game chat. I'm an advocate for it. I want a good online infrastructure not totally similar to Sony and Microsoft because I have Nintendo spin on it, but make it have the modern features of Sony and Microsoft, such as cross game chat, being able to not have to go to Miiverse to message people and actually have on-screen notifications. Please, Nintendo, have on-screen notifications for when someone sends me a friend request or someone sends me a message, so I don't have to look at the console to see this person send me a message. I can actually look at the screen and have that person sent me a notification. So I just want those modern day features. On top of that, just give me a bunch of JRPGs. Give me a bunch of JRPGs and I'll be happy. Because as you can see, up there, I have a bunch of JRPGs. Right here, Persona 5, which I wouldn't mind being a Nintendo Switch launch title. Final Fantasy 15, or as it was last time, Final Fantasy Versus 13. And under the Final Fantasy 13 poster over there. Then you see my Kingdom Hearts, you see my Yatada Hikaru poster. So, yeah, just give me some JRPGs. Give me JRPGs and I'll be happy. That's all I really want. Y'all can have all... If it doesn't get any Western games, and it gets a ton of JRPGs, I will be happy with that. Because to tell you the truth, I rarely buy Western games on my PS4. I rarely. I like have what? Maybe 2 or 3 Western games on my PS4, and that's maybe Uncharted and Fallout 4. All the rest of my PS4 video game library is Japanese titles. They're all Japanese titles. Also, Nintendo, another thing I'm hoping you don't do is region lock it. Don't region lock it. Have it be region free. So say if a game comes out in Japan, we can still play it on the Western Nintendo Switch. So yeah, don't region lock it. I also want to say for the fact, I mean, it's already been kind of proven that the Nintendo Switch is on par with the PS4 because it's already getting a PS4 game. I mean, and this is what I fail for these fanboys that keep saying is weaker than the current gen consoles. It's like, didn't Square Enix come out and announce that Dragon Quest XI, a game that's running on the PlayStation 4, they didn't say the 3DS version, because I'll admit they are making the Dragon Quest XI 3DS version, but that's essentially just a 2D version of the game. But they said the actual 3D Unreal Engine 4 version that's running on the PlayStation 4 is coming to the Nintendo Switch. And they announced that back, 2 years ago? Back when Nintendo first gave out the code name to the Nintendo Switch, back when they were like, oh, it's called the Nintendo NX. They said that back then. That Dragon Quest XI, the PS4 version that's running Unreal Engine 4, is coming to the Nintendo NX, or NX at the time it was known, but Nintendo Switch. So once again, that proves that it's on par with your PS4. That proves it. It's running a PS4 game. End of discussion. This game is not coming out on the Xbox One, which they're all saying is weaker than the Xbox One. This game isn't coming out on the Xbox One. This game is not coming out on the Wii U, the Wii U 1.5, because they've said that this game cannot run on anything that's not on par with the PS4. That's the reason they're bringing over the PS4 version to the Nintendo Switch, because it cannot run on anything that is not as powerful as the PS4. End the discussion, people. End the freaking discussion. It's getting Dragon Quest XI. And the fanboys will ignore that, be like, well, that doesn't prove anything. It's not running any of my Western games. And I got into a whole argument today with a guy on Twitter, which I'm trying to let it go, but I got in a whole argument today with a guy on Twitter, and I'm sorry if anybody on my Twitter got annoyed with my messages on Twitter of me cussing this guy out. But I got in an argument on Twitter with this guy today, this ignorant motherfucker, which is going to be the last part of the video, which if you want to click off now, you can, but I had an argument with an ignorant motherfucker today on Twitter. He pretty much went around saying that the Nintendo Switch is weaker than the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One because he has a friend of a friend in the gaming industry that told him this. And on top of that, he has money. He has money. And his money is what proves it's weaker. Ignorant people. And he did show off some proof. I'll give him credit for this. He showed off proof that the Nintendo docking station, even though that proof came from a really laughable source within the video game industry, IGN, which doesn't surprise me. He's called IGN because he's ignorant. He can't spell ignorant without IGN. But this actually came from IGN. They actually talked to a Nintendo representative. Now, I didn't give the Nintendo representative's name or even the source that the Nintendo representative posted what they said, but the Nintendo representative told them that the Nintendo Switch docking bay doesn't give the Nintendo Switch extra power, which I'm like, okay, if that is true, okay, I'm okay with that. I'm fucking okay with that. And he kept bringing up the docking bay as a valid point for saying, the screen can't be as powerful as my PS4 and Xbox One. That thing can't be as powerful because he kept saying it's a fucking tablet and tablets can't run like my PS4 and Xbox One, which really they can, because that shows he knows nothing in the game development. Because if he actually knew stuff in the game development and was actually someone like me who's in college for that, he would know that those things are a lot of tablets nowadays. And even someone posted in the chat and he admitted to it that, tablets can run games like my PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But then he kept going back and saying, well, they can't, and refuting that statement, like, well, they can't because they can't handle the visual effects of what my Call of Duty and Battlefield 1s do. Like, those games are high graphical achievements, when they're really not. My shit can run Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. My shit can run that. My literal shit can run Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. It isn't hard. I mean, this guy was just going on a rant and saying, look, those games can't run on a Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. And I'm pretty much going to his whole rant about how the Nintendo Switch can't run those games. It's not going to get those games because it's a fucking tablet. This thing right here is as powerful as your PS4. In fact, it's more powerful than your PS4. I'm pretty sure there are a few games on this that have the graphical quality of your PlayStation 4 with visual effects and all that. Pretty sure there are a few games. Especially on the VR store, there are a lot of games that have the graphical capability of your damn PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and my Samsung Galaxy S7. This thing even does 4K video. Can your PlayStation 4 do 4K video? Oh, it can't! Remember? It can't! But yeah, it kept saying that because it's like this, it can't be as powerful as a PlayStation 4, a base PlayStation 4. Yes it can. That hardware isn't hard to make nowadays and put into a device that's also portable. That's not hard to do nowadays. The technology has advanced so far, which even he admitted, technology has advanced so far that it's not hard to make technology that can be a portable-like device with the same capabilities as a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And he's trying to use, well, Nintendo isn't putting the extra power in the docking station, so guess what? There's no way it's going to be as powerful as a PS4 because there's no extra power in the docking station. Fuck the docking station. Not one minute. I'm kind of upset that it's all it is. If it is true, that all it is the docking station for charging and all that other stuff, and it doesn't really enhance the graphical capabilities. Okay, if that's true, then guess what? Then guess what? I really kind of wish Nintendo didn't make that docking station. They kind of did it, like you said, with the phone and all that, where it just streams directly to your TV or whatever. But I can understand still why Nintendo did the docking station. Because even with stuff like this that can actually stream to your TV, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It actually lags a lot when it streams directly to your TV. It doesn't play exactly like how it would if you actually directly connected it to your TV. So even still with all that, I can understand the docking station, because the docking station is trying to pretty much directly connect it to your TV. Now I know a lot of people are like, well, why didn't they put HDMI ports just on the freaking thing? I mean, I will agree, there's no could have did that, but I still understand the docking station is like, yeah, they kind of needed to do something with like that to pretty much pretty much we wouldn't have all these cords going from the tablet because yeah. And then also another thing he brings up, which is my last point of the video. I'm sorry this video turned out this long. I guess they said you guys can turn off the video back past what I was saying. If you are still watching it, thank you. But yeah, another thing he said, and this is my last point he brought up the fact of cartridges. He brought up cartridges, which a lot of people will tell you cartridges are the way to go nowadays with video games. Anyone who's in game development will tell you cartridges are superior to optical media nowadays. But he kept bringing up the fact that these cartridges, like it's a bad thing, that cartridges can't do as much as a fucking disc. This guy's so fucking dumb. That shows his ignorance. That right there shows his ignorance. And he kept comparing it to a 3DS cartridge, saying, well, 3DS cartridges can't do as much as my, they're fucking 3DS cartridges. Of course they can. But these are fucking Nintendo Switch cartridges. And cartridges have been proven, especially in the recent years with flash media, to be able to have a lot more storage space than your fucking Ultra Blu-ray disc. And they load faster than your Ultra Blu-ray disc. They have faster reading time and faster load times than your Ultra Blu-ray disc, and they have more storage space. Dude, do you not know that a 1 terabyte SD card just came out? And guess what? It didn't even cost that much. It cost, well, what? $40-50 bucks? $40-50 bucks for a 1 terabyte SD card. That reads a lot faster than any hard drive. It reads a lot faster than any hard drive. Dude, how is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing for something that reads, for them ditching optical media that is inferior now to flash media? He's the only motherfucker I've heard to say that about disc. It's like, this guy has proven he has an ego and boner for the PS4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio. It's like, this guy literally had a boner. I could literally see his boner. It was literally showing. He was wearing it like a badge of honor. His boner for PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One Scorpio. His boner for him. It's like, dude. And he's pretty much using his boner to say, well, my truth is the absolute truth. It can't run these games. It's going to run a bunch of smartphone games and stuff like that. Because he's using the fact that Nintendo is making games on smartphones as Nintendo's going mobile. That doesn't mean anything. Sony's made game for mobile. Is Sony going mobile? Microsoft made game for mobile. Is Microsoft going mobile? By that logic, they should be going mobile too. And I can prove to you Sony's made games for mobile. So guess what? Just because Nintendo is now making games for mobile doesn't mean you're going total mobile. You're just a fucking idiot. Such a fucking idiot. And literally, he didn't even look official. He didn't look official at all. He kept saying he had money and a friend of a friend in the video game industry, but he didn't prove. He even said after his stream he was going to post a source on Twitter, which I checked his Twitter. He never posted that source, because he's going to post a source proving that the Nintendo Switch is weaker than PS4 and Xbox One. Never posted that source. Never did any of that. In fact, he went on to argue with me and then insult me because I think the Nintendo Switch is in the right direction and think it's on par with them. Alright people, I'm sorry this video turned into a 25-minute video. I didn't want it to turn into a 25-minute video. I kind of wanted to make it a 9-minute video. But I wanted to get all that stuff out about this guy. I didn't want to make several videos. I kind of just wanted to make one video encompassing pretty much a whole entire discussion about where I stand. Tomorrow we're getting Paris Games Week. Hopefully tomorrow the Kingdom Hearts announcement is something to do with the Nintendo Switch and bringing the 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 to the Nintendo Switch, and also hopefully hopefully at the Nintendo Switch announcement on January 12th, we get a whole entire lineup of Nintendo Switch games that are also out on the PlayStation 4 coming to the Nintendo Switch. And I'm hoping a lot of those are JRPGs, because then if it gets a lot of those JRPGs that are out on the PlayStation 4 and all that, then guess what? I'll be happy. Especially if it gets Kingdom Hearts. If it gets Kingdom Hearts, I'm gonna be totally happy. I mean, it's already been proven. If we look at the facts of Dragon Quest XI, the PS4 version coming to the Nintendo Switch, then that's already been proven that it is as powerful as the PS4. But yeah, until next time, people, God bless, take care, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.